Good evening, New York, and welcome to the Arc Arena here on the campus of Baruch College. You're at 25th and Lexington in the heart of Manhattan. Happy New Year, happy holidays, and as we turn the page from 23 to 2024, we turn the page from non-conference play to conference play as the Bearcats host the Brooklyn College Bulldogs in a doubleheader. First, the women's game, and alongside Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. And Joe, it's our favorite time of the year. We got some conference basketball here at the Arc Arena.
Yeah, happy 2024, David. Happy 2024, Baruch Nation. Welcome. And David, we saw some good things from the Lady Bearcats throughout non-conference, and it's really going to be about, can Coach K get two good halves from these ladies? They're capable, led by me, Castillo, and of course Elissa Leung, and Baccarella is in the starting lineup, and she could be a big help. But again, like you said, CUNY play, and it's all about, the rivalries, whether it's Brooklyn, York, Lehman. The stage is set. I'm excited, David.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on our last broadcast on December 12th, but CUNYAC really starts to pick up, and we kind of just really go 2-3 games a week, and a great opportunity for the Bearcats to show their mettle here in it was turning out to be a tough CUNYAC conference.
And one of the things we saw in the first half was the defensive intensity by the Lady Bearcats. That's really changed their look.
So we'll swing it over before the start of our game to our PA announcer for the national anthem and your starting lineups.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our CUNYAC basketball doubleheader here in the Arc Arena between the Brooklyn Bulldogs and your Baruch Bearcats. At this time, we ask everyone to please rise to our student athletes, coaches, and officials for the national anthem. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, the Bulldogs. And for the flash and figure, from Brooklyn, number 2, Taylor James. And from the flash of the sophomore, from Brooklyn, number 3, Elissa Leung. And from the flash freshman from New York City, number 23, Elissa Leung. And from the flash junior from Brooklyn, number 24, McRae.
So those are the lineups, and we are set for action in the first game of our doubleheader between the Brooklyn College Bulldogs and your Baruch College Bearcats. Last time here at the Arc Arena, Baruch beating Kings College on December 12th in a nice matchup before they were going away for finals, Joe.
Yeah, David, again, we want to really focus on the defensive intensity that Baruch has been showing so far in this first half. Picking up full court, double teaming, Castillo active hands, Elissa Leung active hands. And by the way, Brianna Lopez is in the starting lineup for the Lady Bearcats. She's a really interesting player. Can put the ball on the floor, makes the good passes, and can score. So let's see how she adds to the attack.
So we are moments away from tip-off here at Center Circle. Brooklyn in their home wine-colored jerseys, white trim, yellow numbers. Baruch in their traditional whites, dark blue trim, light blue numbers. It'll be McRae and James to tip things off, and it'll go to the Bulldogs to start here at the Arc Arena. It'll be Kitch who has it, Estrella who has it.
So again, the man-to-man defense right off the bat by the Lady Bearcats. Looking for that turnover.
Pick from Kitch. James on the near side here.
Good hands by Lopez.
Kitch gives it off to Estrella. Estrella's going to take too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats on the far side wing.
So chalk up the good defense for that first turnover early, David.
A couple of set options here for Brooklyn, unable to really find their rhythm on that opening possession.
Yeah. Let's see if the Bearcats can get on the board early here.
So Lopez in the lineup. She controls it. Leung looking to get open. Now gives it off to Castillo up top. Ooh, almost an errant pass there. Castillo able to corral the ball here on the near side wing. Working on Gutierrez. Castillo step back. Nice crossover move at the free throw line. Looking for options. She gets bumped, and that'll be our first whistle of the game.
We can look for a clear out for Castillo early on, and that's the first thing. If she doesn't have anything, then the offense will go to plan B.
To Brooklyn's credit, great defense there by Gutierrez on that opening possession.
Yeah, she bottled up Castillo.
Castillo to inbound underneath. Leung seemed to pop out there. Gets it up top. Now to Baccarella here on the near side wing. Over to Castillo on the near side corner. Now to Lopez. Puts it on the deck. Into the lane. Floater off the glass. No good. Rebounded there by McRae underneath. A new possession here for the Bearcats. Leung spin move. Crossover move. Gives it onto the near side to Castillo. Puts it on the deck. Left hand. Crossover move. Pulls back, finds McRae at the free throw line, drives left, high layup off the glass, no good, and it'll be the Bulldogs who come away with it.
Well, we got a lot of touches by the Lady Bearcats, so who's going to step up and score besides Castillo? So that's the second turnover, David, early on.
To that point, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Bulldogs. It'll be Bearcats ball right in front of their own bench. Leung to walk things up, and now Castillo has it on the center symbol for the Bearcats. Gutierrez out on her. We'll see that matchup early and often here tonight at the Arc Arena as Leung has it on the near side. Kicks out Castillo. Far side wing, 3 shot, no good. Baccarella, nice board on the offensive end, and Baruch will able to regroup. Leung here on the near side wing. Dribbles past a couple defenders, splits 2 of them, goes up with the right hand layup. Ooh, just a bit short, and it'll be Erica James who comes down with the rebound, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs.
Well, Lady Bearcats, the shots will be there. They just got to be patient.
Ooh, right into the Bearcat bench, and just like that, 3 early turnovers here from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, so that's a good sign for the Lady Bearcats because, again, they need to capitalize, David, on the turnovers.
So Leung will walk things up here for the Bearcats. It'll be Estrella out on her, now to Castillo on the near side. Once again, Gutierrez picks her up. Castillo, step back, crossover move, takes the pick from McRae. She'll pull far 2 jumper around out, no good, and it'll be James on the rebound for the Bulldogs.
I'd like to see the Lady Bearcats get to the foul line.
Another dangerous cross-court pass there. Gutierrez now inside to Sarah James. Outside to Estrella here on the near side wing. Crossover move, working on Leung. Outside to James on the near side corner. Her left-handed shot, no good. Rebounded there by Gutierrez. It looked like it was either Lopez or Castillo stumbled on that rebound attempt, as the Bulldogs will be able to get a second possession here. Step back shot from Estrella, 3, no good. Ball's loose, and it's batted around, and it was McRae who comes away with the rebound. Castillo coming the other way for the Bearcats.
Good hands by Brianna Lopez.
Now Lopez, step back shot. Oh, thought about it from the free throw line. Gives it off to Castillo. Still looking for the first bucket of the game. Close to 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's Estrella into the front court. Hand off to James. James going right into the lane. Hard move from James. Shot a bit short. That's Sarah James on the rebound, and she got fouled as she went up. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, McRae was caught off balance. She was turned, so she couldn't get the rebound.
And that's going to be the first on Elissa Leung.
So there's a bit of frustration on the part of Lady Bearcats. They've had good shots, but haven't been able to drop yet. And they want to feel good about what they're doing defensively, and that usually, adds to the confidence offensively. So we're waiting for that first basket by the Lady Bearcats. They're playing good defense.
Baruch 0 from 6 from the field to start the ball game here as Sarah James gets the first 2 points on the scoreboard tonight.
And we always say, David, it's imperative that Castillo gets off to a good first start.
Castillo crossover move, step back on Gutierrez. And she knocks it down. Nice smooth shot there. And as you were saying it, Joe, Castillo answers.
Well, I think that they hear me when it's either me or the music.
As Kitch was wide open underneath and kind of beat
the
team down the court.
David, that was a defensive breakdown by the Lady Bearcats. You don't want a lot of those.
Castillo, nice find underneath to McRae. Ooh, just a bit short. Couldn't finish with the right hand.
But a good look by Castillo and a great catch by McRae.
I also want to see more of that tonight as the interior pass now to Sarah James, working on McRae. Left hand, shot a bit short off left iron, and it'll be McRae who gets the rebound, gives it off to Castillo, who brings it into the front court. Estrella all over her. Ball swung around the perimeter. Leung near side 3. Shot too strong, no good. McRae able to chase that down into the far corner. McRae now going to drive. Nice move by McRae and able to finish with the right hand.
Wow, big time move by McRae. Crossover. Great move.
And it's going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Campbell and the Bulldogs. And if you're Coach Campbell, you can't be happy about the effort, especially around the defensive glass.
No, the giveaway, we're past Christmas. The giveaways would stop, hopefully, for Brooklyn, but not for the Bearcats. But great move by McRae.
Yeah, she's been getting into the offense early and often here, Joe. You saw the play previous. Castillo was able to find McRae underneath the basket.
And how about that? She didn't look like a 5 or a 4, David. She looked like a 3 or 2 going to the basket.
Yeah, excellent ball handling by McRae.
And that's going to open up the defense for the Lady Bearcats if McRae can put it on the floor from outside. Because now you're going to have to really cover perimeter players.
Strong start to her game. 2 points and already 4 rebounds.
Yeah, I like her energy right out of the gate. She's very active. And this all bodes well because Castillo, you know what she's going to do, but she needs some help from her teammates offensively.
So Baruch setting up in the full court press here as both teams come out of this timeout. Kitch to Estrella, and Estrella going to bring it to the front court.
That was close to a 5-second.
And that's going to be a travel as Estrella brought that way up above her head, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, that's 4 turnovers. Again, they need to capitalize offensively after a turnover. That's going to be a great formula for this game.
So now Castillo, crossover move on the far side. Gutierrez still on her. Leung takes the pick from McRae. Leung, step back 3, shot short. They're going to say it was loose ball foul. Let's see who that's on. It's going to be on number 2, Sarah James. They say she was holding a bit, going for that rebound, so it'll stay right there with Baruch. And another opportunity, Joe, for the Bearcats.
A lot of traffic in the paint, but Baruch is winning that battle.
So now Castillo looking for options, gives it off to Leung here on the near side. Ooh, nice defensive play there by Gutierrez as that's knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay in front of the Bulldogs bench for the Bearcats.
David, Brianna Lopez has got to get more involved. She's kind of hanging out. But she's a very skilled player. She needs to get some touches.
So now Castillo has it up top. Gutierrez out on her. It looks like the Bulldogs have set up into the 2-3 zone, And Baruch have to hustle. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Leung going to put up a free throw line jumper and knocks it down. Nice running shot there by Leung. And Baruch leads 6-4 halfway through the first.
That ball took a lot of time in the air before it came down.
Ooh, loose ball there. Estrella got away with one as James able to pick up the rock on the floor. Now Castillo Out on Estrella, switch there. Nope, it's correction. Castillo going underneath the pick, and it's going to be too many steps. Good defense there by Castillo as Estrella, I think, was looking for some contact that just never came.
Well, with 4:43 left, that's a 5th turnover. If you're Brooklyn, you're scratching your head.
So Afolabi checking into the game for the Bulldogs, number 22. So Leung has it up top now. Afolabi out on her, picking her all the way up out of the center symbol. McRae with the pick, nice hard pick there. Finds McRae, oh, goes right off her hand though, and it's going back the other way with the Bulldogs. Up ahead to Afolabi, trying to find James. Smart play there by Castillo.
Lopez with the steal.
And now Lopez bounce pass over to Baccarella, near side jumper. Ooh, just a bit short. And ooh, nice play there by Castillo, chasing it down as James might have been ahead of the pack.
Castillo playing cornerback.
Ooh, her shot blocked from behind. I think she was looking for some contact. No call, and it'll be Afolabi to walk things up for the Bulldogs.
I think Mia wanted to go up with the left hand, but she got caught up.
Gutierrez now inside. A nice play there by Kitch to use her body and able to get one to go.
She was too deep. Too deep.
Castillo step back shot way off right side. And it'll be the Bulldogs to come away with it as James has it in the backcourt. Over to Gutierrez here on the near side, driving against Lopez. Can't finish with the right hand. Lopez on the rebound. He gives it over to Leung on the far side.
Baruch has to be patient, try and get the best shot available.
Leung now bounce pass inside to McRae. That was dangerous though. Few hands there.
Yeah,
and it's going to be an easy turnover there for the Bulldogs.
That's a tough turnover, okay? That's a wasted possession. You're playing such good D.
Afolabi hit the deck hard. Her shot no good, but James able to clean it up on the glass. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Catrozo. So a bit of a 4-0 run for the Bulldogs. They lead 8-6, a little under 3 minutes remaining here in the first.
Yeah, offensively, Baruch has got to kind of smooth things out. They're very erratic, throwing up some bad shots.
Baruch starting 3 of 15 from the field, Joe, including 0 of 3 from downtown.
And they're just not getting to the foul line, which is, would help their cause.
But even then, they've had 6 more shot attempts than the Bulldogs, so it's showing that they're getting the extra possessions. They're causing turnovers, as you mentioned before. 7 turnovers to 2. The Bulldogs plus 5 are the Bearcats over the Bulldogs in terms of the turnover differential. So Baruch able to create those extra shots.
Let's face it, the shots are just not falling for the Bearcats. Collectively, we just need one person to kind of right the ship now to get it going offensively.
So now it's Lopez here on the near side. Working on Afolabi. She's double teamed now over to Leung. Leung step back shot. No good. Ball batted around. It's going to be a foul on the floor. I think they're going to say it was over the back. And that's going to stay right there with the Bearcats. The foul right there was on Rafat, who's just checked into the game.
Well, Baccarella being so active, she causes a lot of fouls, which just happened.
And McRae's coming to the bench as Precious Mitchell comes into the game.
Mitchell, a great player off the bench.
Lopez up to Leung. Leung may have had the space, but instead gives us Castillo, who has the space. She'll pull and she'll knock it down.
Well, that's what we need, somebody to set the table.
And Afolabi comes into the paint. Gives it off to Drummond. Now back up top to Afolabi. And again, Baruch almost falling asleep there as on the transition, the Bulldogs had a player ahead of the pack. As now James going to work inside against Mitchell. Wild shot. Ball's loose. It's going to be a foul over the back on Rafat. As her and Castillo were battling underneath, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, I think Brooklyn, David, wants to push the ball, but they do have some post players that they can really go to work down low if they want.
So Lopez has it up top. Gives it off to Castillo at the free throw line.
Great.
Further inside, trying to find Mitchell. Almost knocked away. Mitchell able to corral the loose ball. Ball swung around the perimeter. Back outside to Leung. Leung's going to pull a near side 3. Shot a bit short. Ball's still loose. And it's a nice double team here as Afolabi able to get it up to James. Now it's across to Drummond, and the Bulldogs can set up shop.
Again, they're going to try and go down low to their post players. Not really a perimeter team, David.
Afolabi, deep three, straight on, and she knocks it down.
Wow. That was from the parking lot.
I feel like you almost have to live with those shots. I mean, how often will she hit a shot like that?
Yeah.
Good trap there by the Bulldogs. It'll stay with the Bearcats right in front of the Bulldog bench.
It gives Brooklyn a 2-point lead. It's amazing they're still in the game.
Yeah, I was way downtown. It's Castillo trying to answer on the other end. Rebounded there by number 32, Erica James, and it'll be the Bulldogs to bring it into the front court. Afolabi now has it straight on. Sarah James underneath on the elbow. Gives it outside to Drummond. Drummond into the lane. Shot no good. James on the rebound, a bit wild. Gets her own rebound there. Goes back up with the left hand. Is able to finish.
Well, the Lady Bearcats have got to get position because Brooklyn is camping out, looking for the offensive rebound.
Now Castillo out in the far side corner. She's able to answer on the other end with a big three of her own.
Well, Castillo, I think, has got to kind of go on a little run here, David, to separate the Bearcats from Brooklyn.
And to your point, Joe, you just need someone to kind of get into a bit of a groove.
Yeah, this is the kind of game where don't let a team hang around.
And Afolabi going strong with the left hand. She's fouled on the way, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. That's going to be Leung's second of the ball game.
See, Elissa just has to defensively not do anything, but just try and get in front and deter the progression.
2 shots for Celine. Number 12, McRae returns to the Bearcats.
So Afolabi off on the first. And knocks down the second. Baruch trail by 2, and they can hold for final shot as they have 7 seconds. Ooh, and that's going to be a turnover here in the backcourt.
I think Mia had her eye on the clock as well as the ball.
I think she was expecting a little help also with the full court trap. So it'll be the Bulldogs now with an opportunity for the final basket of the first. Now it's James here on the near side. Inside to Klitsch, who can't get it to go off right iron. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Your Bearcats 12, Brooklyn 14. We'll step aside and be back momentarily with your second quarter. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So both teams breaking the huddle here. It'll be Baccarella, Lopez, Castillo, McRae, and Leung for the Bearcats.
First quarter shooting, very low, 35%, 25%.
Ooh, nice find there from to McRae inside. And Castillo able to break down that zone from the free throw line and find a McRae for an easy layup.
Castillo's always looking for McRae if she can in the post.
Afolabi takes a double pick there from Klitsch and James. Afolabi now to the near side to Drummond. Drummond puts it on the deck. She'll circle back. and bring it up top onto the Bearcat symbol.
Baruch just has to take care of the post players, keep them out.
Klitsch puts up an air ball. James on the rebound. Wild shot there. Almost, I think she thought she had less time than she did on the shot clock. She still had 3 seconds to work. And now Baruch into the front court with Leung. Castillo up top finds McRae. Back outside to Leung. Leung puts it on the deck, going right into the lane. Hard layup, no good. McRae battling it underneath with Klitsch. And it's going to be Afolabi who's going to bring it up for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Baruch a little wild with their shot selection.
Afolabi, deep three off the glass and able to knock it down. That's the second one we've seen, Joe, from what we like to call Curry range.
Well, David, she had her eyes closed, so that was like a backyard shot.
And she's got 7 here in the early going.
But that puts the Brooklyn College up by 3. You know, Baruch, with the way they play defensively, David, they don't want this game to get away from them.
Strong start for both teams on the defensive end, as it'll be Castillo to inbound underneath her own basket.
I would go to McRae if I could.
She's had the hot hand here in the early going. 4 points already for McRae. As Leung loses that one, it'll be Estrella who comes away with the other way with it for the Bulldogs, and she lays it in with the left hand.
Well, Elissa got pushed, David. There was a no call.
Now Lopez bounce pass inside to McRae. McRae drawing some contact outside to Castillo. Over to Leung. Leung puts it on the deck. Afolabi. Little contact there. It looks like Leung able to cough it up though. And it's going to be Afolabi who has it now in the front court for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I would check the whistles if I was.
Castillo, great defense there on Estrella. Now it's Klitsch here on the near side elbow. Hand off to James. James into the lane. Knocks into Baccarella, and it's going to be an offensive foul as she extended the left forearm, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, I think the referee owed Baruch a call, David, after some no calls on Leung.
Also, Joe, I think anytime you extend that arm, especially in line side of the referee, or in the sight lines, I should say, it's going to be a quick call for the official.
Yeah, right in front of the ref, too.
And that's an air ball from Estrella, so it'll go back to the Bearcats. As Dolgen checks into the game, and so does Brianna Gutierrez.
So Brooklyn has a lot of size now. Let's see how the Lady Bearcats do with that.
So it'll be Leung on the far side. She coughs it up, trying to find McRae underneath. And it'll be Estrella who comes the other way with it. Estrella right into the lane. Spin move against Leung. Shot too short. Castillo battling around. Ooh, Estrella able to come around, get her own rebound, and finish as that ball went all the way around and finally dropped.
Well, there were 3 Brooklyn College players to none for Baruch.
Offensive foul on Castillo.
Interesting calls by the referees.
So Mitchell checking back into the game. They're going to run with a few bigs here as Mitchell and McRae both in the ball game, and Lopez will come to the bench.
Brooklyn on a little run here. Lady Bearcats need a couple of stops to get back in this.
So Estrella calling out the offense on the far side. Baruch going to switch on the pick. Now gives it off to Klitsch here on the near side, and she's able to rattle home a deep 3. And that's going to be a timeout. That's going to be a Baruch timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, and just like that, a bit of a 10-0 run here for the Bulldogs.
Well, the Brooklyn College team has found some sort of momentum, David.
Having a strong second, shooting 50% from the field, 4 of 8, and including 2 of 2 from downtown. And we saw Afolabi hit some crazy shots here in the second quarter.
I think we always say that the game is like a heavyweight fight. So Baruch is getting punched now. Let's see if they can punch back and how.
They got to start hitting some shots here too, Joe. We talked about it. They were +5 on shot attempts. That's now even at 22 apiece. For Baruch struggling from the field here in the early going.
Well, did you notice, David, how long has it been since Castillo has gone to do anything offensively? It's been a while. And Elissa Leung has been not a factor at all offensively. So where's it coming from?
And in the first 3.5 minutes, Joe, the Bearcats -5 in the turnover differential here in the second quarter. So the stuff that was actually working all in the favor of the Bearcats in the first has kind of worked against them here in the second.
So hopefully something will change the momentum, and hopefully it's going to be now with 6:38 left in the second period. 10-point deficit for the Lady Bearcats.
So Estrella all over Leung here in the front court. Leung into the lane. And she got a forearm. Actually, I was going to say it was a push, and it'll be Estrella's first as Bearcats will inbound underneath their own basket.
Well, the other thing, David, the Lady Bearcats have not been to the line. And that's literally 3 points.
And it'll be Castillo to inbound here. Looking for options. Outside to Leung on the far side wing. She'll go past Estrella. High arcing shot off back iron, no good. And it'll be, looks like James underneath who comes away with that rebound.
Well, Elissa Leung again hasn't gotten in the scoreboard yet.
So now Estrella bounce pass on the far side. Now has it up top. Takes the pick from number 15, Dolgan. Hard shot, no good. And they're going to say it was an over-the-back foul as Leung was battling underneath.
Well, Mitchell had great position.
And Klitsch called for the foul. That's her first. And now checking back into the game is number 2, Sarah James, as Anna Kitch comes to the bench. So Castillo goes going against Gutierrez, and Gutierrez a little too aggressive on the defensive end.
Well, Coach K is looking for something to stir a little productivity here for the Lady Bearcats. They haven't been able to get anything going.
That's going to be Gutierrez's second of the ball game. As Castillo looking for options, bounce pass into Leung. She's quickly doubled, goes past Estrella into the lane, finds McRae. Nice swing over to Mitchell. Mitchell able to knock down the baseline jumper, and just like that, Joe, a little bit of a streak breaker for the Bearcats.
Credit Baccarella for the good find in traffic. Well, the Lady Bearcats need to get this lead down little by little. Climb back in slowly.
And that's going to be Leung's third, so that'll send her to the bench as Lopez comes back into the ballgame.
Well, Lopez has got to be assertive while she's in there.
Bounce pass inside to a wide open Dolgan shot, no good. Around the out, ball still loose. Dolgan hits the floor.
Good hustle by Mitchell coming away with the loose ball.
And Mitchell has it on the near side. Finds the cutting of Castillo over to McRae, and she's able to lay it right in.
Wow, 1, 2, 3, touchdown.
Nice play there from Castillo to McRae.
So it's a 6-point lead for Brooklyn.
Baruch trying to answer with a run of their own as it'll be Estrella. Bounce pass over to Dolgan.
Well, it's got to start defensively now. Got to stop.
Estrella, near side corner 3. Shot off the front iron, no good. Mitchell who comes away with it. She's knocked. I think that's going to be Gutierrez. That's going to be her third.
So Baruch Nation, look who stepped up for the Lady Bearcats. Mitchell, 2 big offensive rebounds.
And she'll go to the line to shoot 2 as that puts Baruch into the bonus. And Joe, Baruch being in the bonus, very advantageous, an opportunity to slowly keep chipping away at this deficit.
Yeah, it's just those 3 points I keep saying, free. But nice to see Mitchell being that next man up for the Lady Bearcats. We don't see a lot of production from her often, but here she is now.
15 of 21 now from the free throw line on the season, shooting over 70% as she knocks them both down.
Yeah, I like her body language too. She's really playing hard, David.
She's got 4 here in the early going, and it's going to be an offensive foul. I think they're going to say it was off the ball. Let's see who it's against. It's going to be on number 2, Sarah James, battling underneath the basket.
Hey, listen, 4-point deficit after being down 10. Not a lot of time off the clock.
With the ball.
Yeah, and if I'm Baruch, I'm looking for my teammate Mitchell, who's having a little spurt here.
So it'll be Lopez to bring it up into the front court for the Bearcats. Gives it over to Castillo. Now Afalabe, who just checked into the game, on Castillo. And that's going to be a blocking foul as
Coach K doing a great job coaching. Really, really making sure his players are making the right play at that right time.
And again, it'll send the Bearcats to the line with Mia Castillo, shooting 66% from the free throw line on the season. And good on the first.
So now we know the momentum is back on the side of the Lady Bearcats after being down 10. Great coaching job and great play on the court.
Ooh, around and out. Couldn't get the second one to fall as the Bulldogs will bring it into the front court with Estrella.
3-point lead for Brooklyn.
Adioye just checked into the game. Turnaround shot, way too strong. Mitchell able to come away with the rebound. Adioye was getting her first touch. And now it'll be Castillo. She's doubled, goes past Estrella. Gives it off underneath. Ooh, Mitchell couldn't find the bottom of the basket. She had just an inkling of space.
Great look by Castillo. Great catch by Mitchell in traffic.
I think, Joe, she just didn't know maybe where she was in relation to the basket.
I don't think she knew how wide open she was.
That's a good point as well. As Adioye was able to lay it in on the other end and extend that lead back to 5 for the Bulldogs.
Again, no worry by the Lady Bearcats. Let's get it back.
And Castillo loses it. Estrella hits the deck. And Kitch running. Shot a little too strong. It's going to go off Afalabe last. And I think Baruch got away with one there as the Bulldogs had numbers coming the other way.
They did, but again, Baruch has to know that they've come back very nicely, but take your time. Too fast on that last possession, leading to a turnover.
So now Baccarella brings it up into the front court over to Lopez on the far side. A little bit of a high dribble. I think she may have gotten away with one. McRae shot, no good. And it's going to be the Bulldogs to push the other way. James now into the lane. Comes across. She hits the deck hard as she's fouled. And that's going to send James to the line to shoot 2. Erica James, the Bulldogs' leading scorer on the season, averaging close to 14 points per game, 5 boards, and she shoots 69% from the free throw line.
David, again, it's been a while since Castillo has had a touch. Baruch can't go away from her.
And James knocks them both down. So Castillo over to Baccarella. Baruch trying to break down this full court trap. Castillo gives it over to Lopez on the far side, and Baruch have it into the front court. Ooh, nice spin move there by Lopez. Right into the lane. She's able to get her floater to go.
Hey, that was a great play all around by Lopez. Much needed. Bring this back to 5.
28-23 Bulldogs lead. It's Estrella here on the near side. Crossover move takes the pick from Kitch. Estrella right into the lane. Her shot blocked. And it's going to stay right there with the Bulldogs.
Who was doing that block? That was Mitchell again. What a second period she's had.
Afalabe looking for an option here. Now Estrella has it. Adioye coming for the pick. Estrella going to pull a 3 instead. Around and out. No good. Mitchell able to grab the rebound, and Castillo's going to come the other way with it for the Bearcats. Castillo right into the lane. Nice find there to McRae underneath, who's able to finish off the glass and cuts the deficit to 3.
Hey, David, perfect execution by Castillo.
She's got 3 assists here in the first half.
You talk about thread the needle.
We've seen that a few times, Joe, where you get that last defender to kind of step out on Castillo as she comes into the lane. She's had Mitchell, she's had McRae, she's had options underneath the basket.
And it's all caused by great dribble by Castillo.
And they're going to say it's going to be a loose ball foul there on number 32, Erica James. That's going to be her second.
Baccarella and all the role players, David, bringing Baruch back into the game without Castillo really going off yet.
So now Castillo will walk things up, coming in on 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Castillo crossover move, gives it off to Lopez. Oh, trying to go either further inside. She gets quickly double teamed. That ball's loose. It'll be Afalabe. And it's going to be a jump ball. No, they're going to say it was a foul there. It looked like Mitchell and McRae were both trying to tie up for the jump. They're going to say the foul was there on Mitchell.
Well, David, the only one who got fouled was the ball.
And that's going to be Baruch's fourth, so one more, and that'll send the Bulldogs into the bonus.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Some inconsistency tonight, Joe, from the refereeing crew. You know, you normally want to see either you don't want to see a lot of touch fouls, but you want to see consistency. There are a lot of touch fouls or let them play, and it kind of seems like they've been ebbing and flowing depending on the moment of the game.
To your point, there's no rhyme or reason to their calls, David.
Afalabi, another one from real downtown, and she's able to get that one to go. And that's the third one she's hit, and that
David,
one was almost on the Bearcat symbol.
She just won 2 months of groceries.
Now Castillo behind the back dribble. They're going to say it was a forearm there on Estrella, and that's going to send Castillo to the line to shoot two.
Baruch still with enough time to get back into this. Down 6, a minute 28 left.
And Castillo knocks down the first, and you could hear Coach Campbell speaking to the ref, and I think both coaches may have some of the questions that we have for the officiating crew tonight. As Castillo good on the second. It's a 4-point game. Minute and 28 remaining here in the first half. Estrella on the far side brings it into the front court. Castillo out on her. Hand off to Afalabe. She'll pull. Lopez a little late on the closeout. Ball still loose, and it's going to be Mitchell who comes away with it, and she's able to bring it into the front court.
David, I'm really impressed by Mitchell's play here in the second period.
I think Baruch may have gotten away with the travel, to be honest, there, but the Bulldogs are definitely going to use that to their advantage. Now Baccarella on the far side. Castillo, step back three, straight on. Oh, off back iron, no good. Ball still loose. Now McRae from the elbow, shot a little too strong. And Lopez going to go for it. She's able to corral that offensive board as well. Now Castillo has it up top. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock. Castillo, floater in the lane, and she's able to get that one to go. And just like that, it's a 2-point game, and the Bulldogs can hold for the final shot of the half.
Way to be tough, Lady Bearcats.
Now Estrella has it, gives it over to Afalabe.
They need to stop going into the locker room here, the Lady Bearcats.
Afalabe 3 of 4 from downtown. We just saw her try. The only one she missed was the last possession as she hands it off right into the waiting arms of Baccarella. 6 seconds on the game clock. They have to work quickly. Castillo into the lane, working on Estrella. Castillo crossover move. High arcing three. Shot no good. And that'll take us to the half. But Baruch down at 1 point, 24-14. They go into the locker room down 31-29. And Joe, we spoke about it at the beginning of the second quarter. Some mistakes for the Bearcats, but they really seem to turn things around in the latter portion of that second.
A lot of toughness, and let's shout out to Mitchell for a tremendous, not offensively, but all-around energy. Just kept bringing the Bearcats down when they were down. So shout out to Mitchell. And now it's just a matter of taking a deep breath in the locker room, and you're only down 2. So let's come out and let's get it done.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. And if you're Coach Catrozos, what are you emphasizing here in the second half? I mean,
well, I think Castillo has got to get more touches and become more of an offensive threat. And it's the same script. And then a little Leung. And then it would be nice if McRae could be that third scorer. And Baccarella's doing a great job, as she always does, as the unsung hero. But we got Baccarella and Mitchell. I'd like to see McRae, but let's face it, Castillo come out hard at third quarter. with Elissa. By the way, Elissa hasn't gotten the scoreboard. Am I right?
Yeah.
Elissa, again,
she has one basket tonight.
Right. We normally see her, get a few buckets early on.
Also in foul trouble for a large portion of that second quarter. And then, Joe, before we head off to break here for the half, in terms of the threes that we've seen the Bulldogs hit tonight, can you do anything about it, or are you going to live with those?
No, because then you run the risk of being frustrated and then get a 4-point play. Because when somebody's shooting from the parking lot, David, let them, okay?
Yeah.
Again, if it's a closer three, maybe. But let's face it, those are kind of oddities. But then Baruch, like I said, might get a frustrated foul and put it on the floor. So my stance is let her shoot that.
So Brooklyn College, as we go into the half, Afolabi leads them with 10 points, including 3 of 4 from downtown. They're led on the boards by Erica James with 7, Sarah James with 6, and a spattering of assists. The other thing of note is that we have a few players here into foul trouble. Brianna Gutierrez, namely for the Bulldogs. And then for the Bearcats, Mia Castillo leads all scorers with 13 with 3 assists. And DeAndre McRae has 8 points and 5 boards. Elissa Leung, as we mentioned, also in foul trouble, missed a lot of that second quarter.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of fouls because I know both coaches are want aggression. So you're going to see the fouls mount, David.
So an impressive showing in the second quarter for the Bearcats. They were down at one point 24-14. It's 31-29. We'll step aside and be back in about 10 minutes with second half action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. If you're just joining us, Baruch was down 24-14 midway through the second quarter. They've cut it back to 2, 31-29 Brooklyn lead at the half. And Joe, we've seen foul trouble, we've seen inconsistent officiating, but we've seen a great basketball game here to start the new year.
Well, I think that Baruch Nation has to take note that Coach K is really pushing a lot of significant buttons and really keeping this game, there for the Lady Bearcats. Shout out to Coach K in the first half. And it's going to be aggressive in this second half. We know that. But I'd like to see Elissa Leung get going and also Castillo take it up another notch.
Castillo leading all scorers in the first half with 13 points. Having a strong start.
Oh.
And we're about 40 seconds away from the start of the second half. And Joe, what do the Bearcats need to do right off the jump to not only, obviously with a 2-point game, easy to close the deficit, but really take the lead?
They have to really impose their will defensively, number one. And number two, good shot selections. And number three, get Castillo and Elissa Leung going early on.
So we're about 15 seconds away from start of their second half. The Bearcats are going to come out with Bacarella, Castillo, Lopez, Leung, and McRae. It'll be Estrella, Gutierrez, James, Kitch, and James for the Bulldogs. Baruch will go right to left here in the second half.
So Brianna Lopez again in the starting lineup versus coming off the bench.
So Estrella now has it on the center court symbol for the Bulldogs as we get underway here of second half action. It is the first game of your doubleheader between Brooklyn and Bearcats as Estrella, and they're going to say it was a 3-second violation as Estrella had a wide open layup. They're going to call that on number 2, Sarah James.
Lady Bearcats got lucky because that was a great play.
A little bit
by
of
Brooklyn.
a give and go there, Joe.
Yeah. So the Lady Bearcats get a break.
And Lopez going to go right into the lane. Bounce pass to McRae, a bit low. Right-handed hook shot, too strong, no good. McRae able to battle for the rebound, gives it off to cutting Castillo. And Castillo can pull it back out here on the near side wing. Crossover, working on Gutierrez. Kicks it out on the near side. 3 there, off front iron, no good. As Lopez's shot was no good. And it'll be Estrella to come away with it for the Bulldogs. Now Kitch over to James on the post. James working on McRae. James spin move, left-handed layup, no good. Battling for it, McRae able to rip that rebound as James hits the deck. She's a bit slow to get up and get back down the court. Baruch have numbers the other way. Lopez into the lane, high arcing floater around and out, no good. Nice hustle there by McRae, but she stepped out of bounds while she was trying to save it, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
That was a great move by Lopez, but weirdly it spun out as it looked like it was going down.
That ball was about halfway down there, Joe, as Baruch not able to tie things up. A little bit over a minute gone. Still looking for our first basket here in the second half as Estrella now has it in the front court.
But again, Baruch has got to make their mark defensively first.
Gutierrez, trying to find the cutter. Nice play there by McRae. Able to come away with the left-hand steal, and now it's Castillo into the front court. Castillo going right into the lane. Right-handed layup, no good. McRae on the offensive board. Ball swung around the perimeter. Leung on the far side. She knocks down the 3, and just like that, they're going to say it was a 2 correction there, and we're all tied up at 31.
But there's the hustle of McRae that caused that all to happen.
As Kitch steps into a 3, way off. Nice hustle play there by James as she's able to knock that off of Bacarella. And Bacarella too busy trying to, I guess, box out James. James going aggressive towards the ball.
Bacarella did everything right except for being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Now it's James up to Gutierrez. Takes the pick from James. Gutierrez going to shoot the 3, and she knocks it down. Correction, that's going to be a 2 again.
Yeah, That was a good-looking shot.
I promise, Joe, I'm going to get one of these 3 calls correct before the night's over. A step back there from Castillo, no good. Ball knocked out of McRae's hand, and it's going to stay right there with the Bearcats. 24 seconds to shoot.
Well, David, I think you mentioned earlier, we don't have the luxury of a replay, so we really can't see the player's foot on the line.
Inbound there to McRae. McRae trying to go with the right hand. Scoop layup, no good, and James comes away with the rebound into the hands of Estrella, and Estrella is going to push into the front court. Lopez picks her up. Estrella right into the lane, using her body to create some space and finish off the glass.
That was a really good offensive move. Little hesitation.
And Castillo, crossover move into the lane. Gives off the Baccarella on the near side. Ooh, shot again around and out, Joe. Baruch not getting the advantage of these home rims.
Well, we need a little WD-40 on the rims. Is maintenance available?
Maybe during the next timeout break as Gutierrez inside to James. James looking for options, going to go to work against McRae. Left-handed layup around and out, no good. McRae on the rebound, and Lopez going to quickly push into the front court as no one really picks her up until she gets to the three-point line. Castillo now over to Leung. Leung, step-back shot. Oh, her shot was blocked, and James comes away with the tip. I think it was Erica James on the block, and now Estrella into the lane, working against Castillo. Shot off the glass, no good. Ball loose, batted into the hands of Baccarella. Leung coming the other way for the Bearcats.
Coach K looking for a turnover, and he is not wrong.
And Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the pace has definitely picked up here in the second half.
Yeah, it is. It is picked up, but shots are not falling for the Lady Bearcats.
Lopez on the baseline. Shot around and out, no good. Baccarella on the offensive glass. Lopez looking for options. Step back jumper, shot no good. Baruch again on the offensive glass. Can't finish there was McRae. And Baruch, 3 opportunities there, can't get them to drop.
Yeah, they got to keep their heads together and not get frustrated because, David, one shot dropping will change everything for the Lady Bearcats.
And the effort has definitely picked up on both ends as it swung to the corner. Estrella 3, nope, they're going to say again a 3-second violation, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
I think she stepped out, David.
Oh, then my apologies. Yes, good call there, Joe, on the far side. As Estrella caught the ball, I think her heel was on the line.
Yeah. Again, if we would have the replay, we would have seen that.
Now Leung, look, crossover move, working on Estrella. Ooh, nice move there. Bounce pass to McRae. McRae can't handle, able to corral it. Finds a cutting Castillo right into the lane. That one was halfway down, no good. McRae going right back up, no call. Ball still loose. Leung cutting into the lane. She's fouled on the shot and will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul there's on number 24, Alina Estrella, the 5'6" junior from James Madison High.
The Lady Bearcats are furiously attacking the rim, David, but it's not dropping.
Elissa Leung, 2 shots.
And Leung can't get the first one to drop. If you want more CUNYAC action, don't forget, a week from tonight, they'll be home against John Jay in another conference doubleheader after they travel to City College on Friday night. That'll be live at the Arc Arena. The women's game will be at 5:30, the men's game at 7:30, so don't forget, if you're in the neighborhood, stop on by or tune in to YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Yeah, Baruch Nation, keep your eye out, January 20th, Alumni Day.
And, of course, the big one, February 1st, Battle of Lexington here at Hunter College. Our favorite night of the year, am I right? Everyone and their mother comes out, and it's just, it's a really good time.
If it's ever a party, David, Battle of Lexington is nothing short of a real mark it down yearly on your calendar.
And Castillo, step back shot there, no good.
We're going to have food, entertainment, and great basketball.
And, of course, one of our classic rivals is Hunter. We play them basically every year on the Battle of Lex, so it'll be a big game, as always, here at the Arc Arena.
Yeah, this place will be lit up in many ways.
So now Castillo has it right in front of us here on the scorer's table. Step back, looking for options, finds Leung. Leung puts it on the deck, out to Castillo, near side three. Oh, and she's able to get that one drop off both sides of the rim and off the glass. And a big shot there. The Bearcats needed one.
Well, David, that hopefully is the igniter of the Baruch attack.
And Castillo out on Estrella, gives it off. That's James. James into the lane, working on Baccarella. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Nice play there by Baccarella. She took that one right in the chest. And a tough play there as the Bearcats get it back.
Boy, is Baccarella so important for your team. She just does things that get you a W at the end of the game.
So Estrella, Gutierrez, and now number 32, Erica James, all with 3 fouls.
Big smile on Mr. Baccarella's face in the stands.
Ball swung around the perimeter. Leung puts it on the deck, right into the lane. Gives it over to Baccarella. Back out to Leung. Pops out straight on 3. Shot no good. And it's going to be a foul on the floor. Nice play there. Baccarella, a lot of hustle plays. And, Joe, you mention it often. Doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but Andrea Baccarella having a strong game.
David, second quarter, Mitchell did it all. Non-offensive stuff for the Bearcats. And now Baccarella is doing it all in the third quarter. Nothing to do with putting the ball in the basket.
And also a technical foul here. That's going to be on number 2, Sarah James. And that's going to be her 4th now. And I think both teams are looking for an explanation here. So it's moments like this. Baccarella playing strong on both ends. We saw the charge on one end, taking the over the back on the offensive glass on the other end. And then, of course, the technical fouls. A lot of plays like this can really swing momentum here in the Bearcats' favor.
Yeah, again, this is vintage Lady Bearcat getting contributions to really help out the scoring of Leung and Castillo.
So Leung at the line to shoot the technicals. Off on the first. And can't get either of them to drop. Those are big free throws here. And it'll be Baruch basketball on the far side. And already Bulldogs have 4 team fouls. So one more will, again, send the Bearcats into the bonus.
Well, hopefully the Bearcats can get to the basket and cause these fouls.
And Castillo gets the inbound right into the lane. Bounce pass over to McRae. Outside Baccarella. Wide open at the free throw line. She's able to rattle that one home. Angela Baccarella, her first basket of the night. It was a big one.
Big third quarter for Angela Baccarella. Big third quarter.
Afalabi, who just checked into the just checked into the game. Gives it off to Estrella up top. Takes the pick from Rafat. That's Dolgen. My apologies. 3 there from Afalabi and from Drummond on the near side. No good. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats as Estrella and Mitchell both hit the deck.
How about the way Mitchell hit the deck without even thinking about it? Shout out to her.
So we're tied here at 37 with 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. It's Leung and Castillo trying to get it into the front court. Gives it up to Baccarella. Baccarella over to Mitchell. Ball swung around the perimeter. Castillo now has it up top. 15 seconds to shoot for the Bearcats. Step back 3. That's going to be short. No good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Bulldogs.
David, Castillo has got to go on a little run here. She really has been quiet for a while.
And Coach Cotrozos kind of took the words out of my mouth there, Joe. Seemed to be settling for the 3 when they still had plenty of time to shoot.
Well, they need to get to the foul line. which they have been doing.
Now Dolgen working in the paint. Step back shot, no good. And it's going to be Mitchell on the rebound. They're going to say it's over the back against the Bearcats. Let's see who that's on. That's going to be a push on Leung, and that's going to be her fourth. So wouldn't be surprised if she comes to the bench to try to save some minutes for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this has been a tough game for Leung offensively and defensively.
Loose ball now. Estrella able to corral that loose ball.
Boy,
They're going to say it was a blocking foul there on Mitchell, and that's going to be the team's second.
Mitchell is playing on another level.
Number 10, that's Mitchell. Mitchell is second. And the team second. Number 11, Anna Lopez replaced Elissa Leung in the Bearcat lineup.
So it'll be Lopez back into the game for the Bearcats. Estrella crossover move. Going right against Castillo. Step back shot. And she's able to hit the bottom of the net. 39-37. Bulldogs lead. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. And Joe, we got the making of an excellent finish here at the Arc Arena in game one of our doubleheader tonight.
Well, a lot of momentum changes. Estrella really showing some offensive skills in this game.
Seems to be the primary ball handler for the Bulldogs.
Really gets to the basket and can knock down the shot.
It's also their second leading scorer on the season as a travel there on Baruch, and it's going to send the ball back to the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, David, if you had Castillo and Estrella in your backcourt, you might win a couple of games. Wow. Good matchup between two premier CUNY players.
Oh, good defense. Oh, they're going to say Mitchell was just a bit over-aggressive on the entry pass inside to Kitch, and that's going to be the Bearcats' third.
We can't fault Mitchell for her efforts tonight.
The Bearcats' third team foul.
In there to Dolgen, now over to Estrella. Estrella working on Castillo. Kicks it outside to Afalabi. We know she likes to shoot. Said she'll put the ball on the deck. Finds Estrella inside. Can't finish. Estrella going to save it right into the hands of Baccarella. And Lopez going to quickly push the other way for Baruch. Offensive foul on Lopez.
Well, David, I don't know if Lopez was going to go to the basket. I think she was going to pull out.
She was kind of also going about, I think, 1-on-5 there, Joe.
Yeah, that was a tough possession. Somebody needed to yell at her, kind of slow her down.
So 39-37 coming in on a minute remaining here in the third quarter. It's Dolgen looking for options. Drummond cutting through. Now it's out to Estrella on the far side. Her shot no good. She was fouled on the way up. They're going to call that on Baccarella, and that's going to send Estrella to the line to shoot two. Estrella, 55% free throw shooter on the season. So, Joe, not the worst person to put at the line.
Yeah, but Estrella's really kind of being a difference maker for Brooklyn, and Baruch has got to try and nullify this. She's kind of trying to take over the game, which she looks like she could.
Estrella off on the first. And can't hit the second either as Baccarella runs that one down.
Well, like
Castillo
you said,
quickly into a triple team.
She's a 55% shooter.
Now Lopez right into the lane. Nice move. A little bit of a Euro step and able to finish with the right hand off the glass.
Well, welcome to the attack, Lopez. We need you.
That's Lopez's second basket on the night as Estrella now has the ball for the Bulldogs. Runs herself into a bit of a double team. Kitch pull up three. Shot too strong. No good. Afalabi, though, able to get the rebound. Working on Lopez. That one's off. And it's going to stay right there. Good defense there by Mitchell. And it'll be Bulldogs ball right underneath their own basket. Ooh, Aaron pass there. Ooh, somehow out right into the hands of Afalabi.
Castillo deflected it.
Estrella now has to work quickly. Oh, Aaron pass, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Baruch have a chance to go into the fourth quarter with a lead. See what they can do is they can hold for final possession.
Well, the Lady Bearcats clogged up the paint, so there was nowhere for Gutierrez to get a shot going, a pass.
Now Castillo quickly into the front court. Bounce pass here. Lopez going to pull. Her shot off front iron, no good. It's going to be Drummond who comes away with it. Estrella looking to push, gives it up ahead of the pack. Dolgin, shot no good. Ball still loose. Estrella can't get it to go. And we go to the fourth tied at 39. Baruch +2 in the third, and that'll send us to the fourth quarter. We'll step aside with fourth quarter action in a moment. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. If you're just joining us, it's our first game of our doubleheader between the Brooklyn College Bulldogs and your Baruch College Bearcats. Baruch down what was 24-14. Since then, it's been a 25-15 run, and the Bearcats have it tied up at 39 as we enter the fourth. It'll be Afalabi who starts it for the Bulldogs.
Players really picked up, David.
Dolgen has it now. Hand off to Estrella. She's going to pull a three. Off left iron, no good. Afalabi able to run that one down. And the Bulldogs will have a fresh 20. So now Estrella takes the pick. Gives it off to Afalabi. Goes with the right hand. Maybe a little bit of contact. Well, and now Lopez is able to bring it into the front court for the Bearcats. Hand off to Castillo, who's able to knock that one down from the elbow.
Well, let's see if Castillo could go on a little run.
Afalabi now has it on the center circle for the Bearcats. Lopez picks her up. Dolgen inside on the elbow. Handed off to Estrella. Castillo all over her. Ooh, Estrella almost left that one behind. Gives it off to Klitsch. Her shot blocked by Castillo. It's a 2-on-1 for the Bearcats. Castillo right into the lane. Oh, couldn't get it to go, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. Coach Catrozos thought it was halfway down.
David, what's going to define this fourth quarter is the defensive intensity of the Lady Bearcats.
And Joe, I think we said it a bit in the third, and you're already feeling it in the fourth. The intensity of the game as a whole in this second half has just been ratcheted up.
This is rivalry, CUNY basketball.
And Castillo knocks down the first. Big-time free throws from the Bearcats.
Every game, David, you don't want a loss. You want a dub. As conference play moves on.
And Castillo 2 of 2 from the line. She leads all scorers with 20.
Well, here's the defensive pressure by Coach K. Hopefully causing turnovers. Baruch has to make sure nobody goes deep.
And Baruch setting up in the full court trap. Actually, check that. It's going to be a full court press as Castillo picks up Estrella all 94 feet.
Great defense by Castillo. Doesn't have to foul.
And Leung quickly to the scorer's table. She's going to get back into the game with 4 fouls on the night. As Afalabe willing to pull. We've seen it on a few occasions tonight, and Baruch maybe got fortunate on that one.
Yeah, that was from 22nd Street, David.
As Castillo knocks it down and one. Nice play there by Castillo as she has 22. And Joe, you wanted her to see her take over a little bit. We've seen that here in the early part of the fourth.
So, David, let's highlight. Mitchell had a great second quarter. Baccarella, great third quarter. And let's see if Castillo goes crazy here in the fourth.
She leads all scorers, like we said, with 22. An opportunity here to make it 23. We got a quick wet spot here on the court. That'll quickly get wiped up.
NBA trivia question. How much do the guys that mop up the floor get paid? You wouldn't believe it. It's quite a large amount of money. I don't know about Coach Torres.
And Castillo knocks down the free throw for an old school three-point play. Baruch with their biggest lead of the night, up to 7, 46-39 as Afalabe into the front court. Castillo all over her.
It's about the defense again for the Lady Bearcats.
And they're going to say Castillo is just a bit too aggressive.
You know, David, I didn't see a whole lot of contact, but that's been the nature of tonight's officiating.
We've seen that called, just a hand check called a couple of times tonight. So
yeah, a touch.
Can't be upset that they're calling that one at least both ways here, as now it'll be Afalabe here on up top, gives it off to Gutierrez, trying to find James underneath. James playing with 4 fouls. Afalabe now on the far side, driving into the lane. Offensive foul there on Afalabe as Mitchell hit the deck. McRae hit the deck, and she needs just a moment to get back up as those charges tend to take the wind out of you. Well,
McRae and Mitchell have not thought about getting down for a loose ball. That's you know what you're going to get from them.
So a little bit more than 2 minutes gone. Baruch have started the fourth quarter on a 7-0 run as Castillo will walk things up for the Bearcats.
Well, unless Brooklyn has an answer, Castillo is good. If I'm Baruch, I don't go away from Castillo, David. I continue to call her number.
And I'll add one further, Joe, especially with Gutierrez with 4 fouls. Nice crossover move there by Castillo. Gutierrez all over her. Tough D, though, as the ball's kicked out. Near side 3, and it's good as Leung's able to knock that one down. Big shot there from Elissa.
Well, it was a matter of time before Leung got going. And what a good time she picks to give Baruch a 10-point lead, David.
And Castillo, again, a little bit of the arm check. And we've seen that on 3 straight possessions both ways.
I think Leung has done a smart thing. She's gone over to Castillo and said, please, we need you. We need you on the floor.
And Estrella has checked back into the game. Ooh, nice backdoor pass there. And it's going to go off Afalabe last, but a great pass there by James as she was trying to find the cutter. Afalabe kind of backdoor on the inbound play.
Well, things are going Lady Bearcats' way, David, right now with 7:15 remaining.
Ooh, nice behind the back dribble there from Castillo. I think it almost got pinned on her back. And they're going to say it's a foul. On Afalabe, and that's going to send Castillo to the line as the Bearcats are already in the bonus with almost 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Castillo off on the first. And good on the second, so Baruch have extended their lead to 11. And Coach Campbell wants a full timeout as her team has their biggest deficit of the night. Joe, 11-0 run to start for the fourth quarter for the Bearcats.
Well, Baruch is certainly punching back at Brooklyn in this heavyweight fight. And this 11-point lead, thanks to the play of Castillo offensively, but defensively, by committee, Baruch getting it done. Mitchell, McRae, Leung, and of course Baccarella.
And we have 4 players for the Bulldogs in foul trouble, one away from getting fouled out from this ball game. Be Sarah, James, Estrella, Gutierrez, and Afalabe, all with 4 fouls tonight.
Well, remember, every game I'd like to see the Lady Bearcats spend a lot of time at the line. Once that Baruch got more assertive, they earned trips to the line.
They've now been to the line 15 times, and Joe, Baruch already in the bonus, like we said, not even 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Yeah, that just helps them out offensively when they can take advantage of the free throws.
So it'll be Bulldogs ball going left to right again. Baruch setting up in the full court press. And it'll be Estrella as Castillo picks her up in the backcourt. Afalabe here on the near side. James calling for it inside as Baccarella boxing her, denying her entry. As Estrella goes into the lane, can't finish with the right hand. It's going to be a blocking call there on McRae, and an opportunity for the Bulldogs to get their first points of the fourth.
I think they have to take away Estrella's right hand because she cannot go left, David.
Estrella 4 of 12 from the field tonight on 26 minutes, 0 for 4 from downtown. She does have 8 points.
Yeah, she keeps that, penetration from the right side, and it's been effective for her. Baruch has to make her go left.
I think what's also been most impressive by the Bearcats, as Estrella knocks them both down, is that Erica James, the Bulldogs' leading scorer, only has 1 shot attempt tonight and has 2 points from in the game.
Yeah, that's a
She's
great
averaging
job.
close to 14 and is the leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Nice crossover move there by Leung. She hits the deck as she tries to throw a wild layup. No good. I think she thought there was some contact, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
David, Coach K's got a lot of good things to take away from this game to build on.
And Estrella into the front court. Slowing things down, setting up Coach Campbell's offense as Sarah James has it up on the top of the key. Outside to Erica James. Erica James going to pull a 3, and just like that, she's able to knock it down, and Coach Katrozos wants to talk things over.
That was a wide open shot by James.
And it's going to be a 30-second timeout, and you can't be happy with that, Joe. 5-0 run here to answer. Baruch lead by 6.
Yeah, Baruch took their foot off the gas pedal.
And I think our Baruch pressing just a little bit, Joe. We saw Leung's last possession, kind of a wild shot, a few of those type of possessions in a row here where the Bearcats are not really doing what they did in the previous portion of the fourth quarter, is really get them to a good open shots and opportunities to score the ball.
Offensively, David, Baruch has to start milking the clock now at 6:13. Instead of going early, go about 10-8. Because, the clock is not in favor for Brooklyn. It's in favor for the Lady Bearcats.
So now Leung into the front court as the Bulldogs have set up with the full court press. Hand off to Castillo. Gutierrez on her, working with 4 fouls. Castillo step back jumper off front rim. No good. Off the hand of Baccarella. And it's going to be Estrella who comes away with it.
David, that was too early. Baruch has got to use the clock.
And 1 for Estrella. She finishes through the contact from Castillo, and just like that, it could be a 3-point game. It's Castillo's 4th.
Once again, they let her go to her strength, the right side. That's too easy for her.
And if you're going to foul there, Joe, you just have to make sure that she's not getting that shot off.
Well, she got too much penetration, David. So the foul just was, adding, to make it a horrible outcome for the Lady Bearcats.
And Estrella knocks down the free throw.
Again, Baruch has got to work the clock.
It's been an 8-0 run for the Bulldogs after an 11-0 run from the Bearcats. Coming in on 5.5 remaining here in the ball game. Castillo thought she got some contact there. Her shot in the lane is good, and she's able to rattle that one home.
Big shot.
Castillo leads all scorers now with 26.
Baruch needs a very big defensive stop here and make Brooklyn work the clock.
James now outside to Estrella. Smart move, switching Baccarella onto her. As Estrella goes with the right hand, no good. Castillo comes away with the rebound. Good defense there by Angela Baccarella. And now it's Castillo quickly the other way. Step back shot from Castillo. Round and out, no good. Sarah James on the rebound. It'll be Estrella to come left to right with it for the Bulldogs. Ooh, that was almost a double dribble there. As Estrella right into the lane. Left-handed shot, Joe, to your point. Forcing her to go left. Shot no good, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Boy, Baruch got lucky. Estrella missed some wide open close shots.
And Coach Campbell wants to talk things over for Brooklyn College. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. And, Joe, we saw an 11-0 run to start. Granted, this quarter started at 39-all. It was at one point 50-39, and then it was 50-47 before Castillo knocks down that floater in the lane.
But notice how Castillo has picked her spots here in the fourth quarter. But, again, Baruch is rushing. Use the clock. This is really big situational basketball right now.
And I think it's key that they're not forcing anything on the offensive end, Joe.
Again, if they go with 10, Baruch, no matter what happens, it's less time for Brooklyn, which is really how this is going to turn out.
So it'll be Baccarella, Leung, McRae, Castillo, and Mitchell for the Bearcats. It's Gutierrez, James, Kitch, James, and Estrella for the Bulldogs, excuse me.
So this press is favoring the Lady Bearcats because it's taking time off the clock.
Ooh, nice find by Leung underneath, and that'll send Castillo to the line to shoot two, and that's going to be Gutierrez's fifth foul. So that'll send her to the bench for the final 4:41. And, Joe, we've seen really Gutierrez almost being that primary defender against Castillo.
But
you'd assume that responsibility shifts over to Estrella.
David, that was smart of Leung to get Castillo the ball, knowing that Gutierrez was there.
So Afalabe checking into the game for Gutierrez. And we've seen some of her big shot making here in the ball game.
Well, you know where Brooklyn's going offensively. I don't think it's a mystery.
As Castillo knocks down the first. And Estrella brings it into the front court on the Bearcat symbol. Castillo picks her up. Sarah James now able to turn at the top of the key. Looking for options. Has Afalabe on the near side. Takes the pick from Kitch. Afalabe looking for options. Oh, almost a wild pass there. Estrella has it. Instead, she'll take too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, again, David, there's the defense by the Lady Bearcats. Now, again, we want to get this clock under 3. No hurry, no hurry.
And Castillo gets it up to Leung into the front court. Crossover move. Leung trapped in the corner, and she coughs it up. Dangerous spot to put yourself in here late in the ball game as the cross-court pass. Kitch on the far side, 3, and she knocks it down. And just like that, it's a 4-point game. We just are a little under 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. Castillo now right into the lane, and she'll circle back and slow things up.
Baruch needs a good shot and go at about 10.
Castillo now looking for options, has Mitchell on the far side. Mitchell into the lane, shot no good. And they're going to say it goes back to the Bulldogs. I thought it was Sarah James who had her hand in there last. And an opportunity here for the Bulldogs to cut the deficit to 2.
Elissa Leung has got to be a big leader now, calm things down offensively.
Now Estrella has it up top. Bounce pass over to James on the elbow. She seems to like this spot. We've seen her set up here on the last few possessions as now Estrella kicks out on a near side wing 3. She shoots up an air ball, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
I'm surprised Estrella's not penetrating, which she's been successful all night.
Now Castillo bringing it into the front court. She's almost looks like almost triple team, and it's going to be a kick ball there. And it'll stay right in front of the Bearcats bench.
Again,
correction, they're actually going to inbound underneath.
Lady Bearcats should be in no hurry. Work this clock down.
3:03 remaining here in the ball game. It'll be Baccarella to inbound, looking for options. Finds Leung on the near side. Ooh, almost throws it away. Leung has to give it up. Mitchell able to, McRae seems able to chase it down, and it's into the hands of Castillo. Castillo working on Estrella. Estrella appears at the clock, now working on defending Castillo. Near side 3, shot no good by Leung, off back iron. And what a play there by Mitchell. I don't even know if she saw the ball coming, but it just she was able to intercept it on the
David,
backtrack.
It's been Mitchell's night.
Now Baccarella has it up top. Ball swung around the perimeter. Mitchell into the lane, gives it off to Castillo. 12 to shoot. Leung has it, puts it on the deck. Gives it off Baccarella. Baseline shot, high arcing shot off back iron, no good. And it'll be a straight to walk things up here for the Bulldogs. Coming in on 2 minutes remaining. Baruch lead 54-50. And now it's James in the lane, and they're going to say it was a foul off the ball on Baccarella. She went a little hard through the pick set there by Kitch. And that's going to send, I think, Kitch to the line to shoot 2.
Well, this is quite a lot of drama, David. But Baruch has got to take a deep breath and, do what they do. Defensive and then, leading to some offensive.
And off on the second. However, an offensive rebound there. Ooh, wild shot there by James. Ball batted out into the hands of McRae. Eventually finds the way of Castillo, and she'll bring it into the front court as we're under 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Castillo here on the near side wing. Crossover move. Might have dribbled it off a foot. Either way, able to corral. And Leung has it, working on Afolabe. Leung gets tripped as she went past Afolabe, and that's going to be her 5th. So that'll end her night here for the Bulldogs. Afolabe, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and now 5 fouls. Will send her to the bench.
Yeah, Baruch saw a lot of, great effort. But David, Mitchell and McRae have just been tremendous.
On the second, and Baruch have extended it to a 5-point game, 61-56, with 13.4 remaining here in the ball game.
So, of course, no foul, David, on the part of Baruch. Just play defense for 13.4 seconds.
And welcome back. If you may have had some technical difficulties, we do apologize about that. Baruch have taken the lead by a big 3 from Mia Castillo and a couple of free throws from Elissa Leung. With 13.4 remaining, Baruch leads 61-56. Estrella right into the lane. Pull-up jumper. Shot off back rim. No good. Ball batted around. Leung comes away with it. And that should do it here at the Arc Arena. The Bearcats down by 10 in the second quarter, able to pull out a big home win here at the Arc Arena. Your final score, Baruch 61, Brooklyn College 56.
Well, David, very quickly, it was unsung play from Mitchell and Baccarella, and then great offensive play by Leung and Castillo, showing up when they had to.
And Castillo, monster game, 31 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, and didn't cough up the ball much, only 3 turnovers, throwing a block there on the defensive end, and she is tonight's player of the game.
Well-earned victory from all aspects of the game by the Lady Bearcats.
And you can see how much it meant for them, Joe, when that final buzzer went off.
Well, it's conference play, and you beat a rival, David. Pretty simple, but guess what? Short memory. Lady Bearcats have to get ready for the next one quickly, David.
So that'll push Baruch to 7-6 on the season, including 2-0 in the conference, and also break a 2-game slide as they lost a couple over the New Year's holiday. But a huge win for the Bearcats. And if you're just joining us, we have our second game of our doubleheader between the Bulldogs and the Bearcats at 7:30 as the men trying to get back to 500 here at the Arc Arena.
Nothing like home cooking, David.
So we'll step aside as the men get ready to warm up, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes to preview the men's game and discuss some highlights of the women's game. You're watching Baruch College Basketball on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.